Hi, Aquarius. I thought we'd do something kind of fun today and ask about what your person is wary about you or afraid about you, anything that intimidates them about you, okay? Obviously that you don't know about. Look, the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That would suggest that they could be afraid that you can stand on your own. I'm going to try to fix the lighting here. All right, so I'm just going to pause the tape, do a little bit more shuffling, and then we're going to begin your reading. So something unusual about this deck is that, as you know, there are normally 78 cards in every, traditional tarot deck. This deck has 79 cards because there's a really cool, unusual card called the Unknown. But I think it's one of the best bonus cards that I've ever seen because it has such deep meaning depending on where it lands in your reading. All right, let's begin. So remember that what we're focusing on are things about you that intimidate or scare your person. So I had this idea of starting with a chakra card. Okay. All right, 5. We're going to take the 5th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to look at that one. And I am going to choose a rune as well. So what I'm going to do is just reach into the bag, pull out a rune. Makes sense. So first of all, so this is your ruse. It's a very masculine energy. It's a powerful energy. So perhaps they feel emasculated by you. Maybe you know how to change a tire and they don't, or maybe you're the kind of person that will sort of I don't know, maybe they're a little bit shy and you're, sort of more masculine. So this, I believe that this intimidates them about you. Maybe you're more courageous. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, look at this. So this is all about fear. Well, it's called passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. So it's possible, once again, that you're more courageous. Maybe you could be dating a fixed earth sign, because I know that they don't like change. Well, generally, a lot of them don't. The sacral chakra, perhaps, perhaps you have a very strong passion. Maybe you have a talent or a hobby and you get lost in it. Maybe this is something that scares them. But clearly, you're not afraid of change. So you could be one of these people that adjusts, It makes sense so far. I wonder, is there any other oracle card we should pull? I think that's good enough. All right. So we are going to begin the reading. All right, so we're going to do 3 hard and 2 soft, even though I have already shuffled this for you. We're looking at what intimidates or makes your person fearful of you. That's 1, 2 hard and 2 soft. 2, 1 hard and 2 soft. 1 hard and 2 soft left. Okay, and 2 soft. What intimidates or scares your person about you? What are they intimidated or frightened about regarding you? Sorry, something's upside down here. Well, perhaps we should leave it that way. How many do... No, nothing else is upside down. Wow. Okay. So, I think that you're the kind of person that can easily adjust to things when they're not going well in your love situation. This person feels very uncomfortable when things are not going well. We have the 10 of Cups reversed, but I believe that this is you in the sense that you can adjust. You can actually adjust well and tolerate when things are not going well in the love situation. This person, it may intimidate them. This person may feel powerless. They may feel, this person is sort of stuck and suspended. Perhaps they sort of can't do anything if things are not going well between you two. They may have to sort of wait it out. They may not be able to, they may feel like there's nothing that they can do to remedy things when you guys are in a fight or when things are not going well, whereas you can easily adjust to it. Perhaps as well, this is someone who not only can adjust, but they can figure out, this can sort of be somebody meditating and staying very still until they have an epiphany. So it could be that it intimidates this person. The longer, perhaps there have been long periods of time where things are not going well. And for you, I think you just adjust very well to it. But it's like they have to wait until you've decided that, perhaps you're the one that ends up remedying the situation. So they're intimidated by the fact that when things don't go well, you adjust and they feel suspended. Why is that? May I please see a little bit more about the 10 of Cups reversed and the Hanged Man? The 10 of Cups reversed and the Hanged Man. There's a lot coming out. I just want to have a little peek and see what's underneath this. Yes. All right, I know exactly what this is. What intimidates your person is that they have not been through one iota of difficulty that you've been through. You've been stabbed in the front. You've been stabbed in the back. You've gotten through deception, endings, and what this person has discovered. Perhaps you've been exposed or hung up to dry, but have a look at how you end up in the Strength card. So, and this person, I think, has been used to, I don't think this person has been through this person is used to very stable relationships. Why is this intimidating? Because they can't hurt you. You're like, what do they call it? Titanium. You can get through anything. You've been through the death forest and back. And I don't even think that you've complained about this, because this could be something that they've only recently discovered. Look at you on top of the world here. Even through deception, betrayal, being stabbed in the front, you know. Perhaps your reputation has been destroyed. You may have been exposed. But it's just made you stronger. And not only that, but you're connected to nature. People trust you. You're still very loving. Animals trust you. You have no fear. I think this is unbelievably intimidating to your person. Just because it's a show of an enormous amount of strength. And not only that, I mean, this is somebody that you're like Rasputin. You cannot, nobody can break you. So this can be very, very, very intimidating. And perhaps because of that, they may feel that, if they have stability to offer you, perhaps they've realized that, well, that's not what Aquarius, obviously it's, it would be your preference, I'm sure, but it's not something that you need. You can survive without it. You have survived without it. And not only that, but it has in fact led to spiritual blessings, ascension, strength, depth of character. That is very intimidating to this person. Coolio. Okay, let's keep going. What else scares your person about you or intimidates your person about you? What scares this person about Aquarius? Wow. That you have a keen eye for the truth, that you make decisions, the Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man. You're not a fence sitter at all. You're all about truth. And not only that, but you can cut out of things. Nobody can keep you suspended. You'll just pull out your, pocket knife and cut out of that. You're very strong. The Ace of Swords, remember, is the most powerful ace of all. There is a double-edged sword. It is incredibly powerful in love, but also in hate. It can be used for good or bad. In this deck, notice how the sword is down. So when you make decisions, that's it. So this is something that I think they have discovered about you. The other way, the other message here, I believe, is that I don't think that this person is capable of being able to deceive you. This is someone who just simply meditates and discovers there's a glow around their head that you can, on your own, just by being still, recognize a truth. I also think you're very wise. So this is intimidating to this person. Let's keep going. Now, something down there wants to come out. 2 cards. Wow. So there's something about the past here. With temperance, you know, they may feel like you're able to do the impossible. There may have been something in the past that you had to manage or handle. And remember that the 2 substances, I believe in this card, she is combining fire and water. I don't know if you can, do you see how there's fire in one of those cups, water in the other? Very few people, well, it's impossible. There's something that you can do that is supposed to be impossible to do, and you've done it. So maybe they've discovered that you've done something in the past that was impossible. You know, if you're a lawyer, maybe you won the impossible case. You know, if you had to go to family court here, you won an impossible case. You may have had to deal with perhaps with the 6 of Cups here, there's a child. This can be a victory. They may have discovered that in the past, you've won literally an impossible victory. This is someone who stays very balanced. Notice how, I'm just going to move these cards aside here. Temperance is fashioned after, the original card is fashioned after Archangel Michael. Notice how you have wings in that card. Archangel Michael was said to be the voice of God. That archangel is extremely close to God and communicates. It's quite possible that your faith can be a little intimidating. You know, as well, there's the whole idea of 1 foot is in the water there, the other is on the ground. There's part of you that is very angelic. They may see you as being half angel, half human. And they may see that. They may, you know, not know where your power comes from. How is it that you're able to do what you've done? Notice how there are butterflies flocking toward you there. They may have noticed that animals come toward you, and there's a lot of butterflies in this card as well. So the fact that you're very connected to nature, this may intimidate this person. They may not understand it. certainly are one of a kind here. Okay, let's keep going. What else intimidates your person about you? What scares your person about you? Now there's another one. Oh, there you are, the Fool. You're invincible. I mean, over here. This is the Five of Swords. So, and there's some snarky person back there who thinks that they've hurt you or insulted you or defeated you. But notice how they're looking back. And, perhaps they think that they caused damage. Perhaps they did. Okay? Now, I believe that what is intimidating your person is that in relation to that, so here's some kind of slander, gossip, somebody doing something very unethical to you. But over here is a decision, a firm decision, I think, that you've made. There's a sword. I believe that is your sword. And then we have you looking quite carefree. Just a moment now. Let's get it. Just look at the smile on your face. Have a look at what's going on there. This is complete, utter fearlessness. Sometimes I look at the Fool card and I see the phrase, I don't give a damn. I couldn't care less. I think you don't care about what people say. It's like water rolling off a duck's back. You do not care. And remember, the Fool, the whole idea of card number 0 is that this person is not afraid of death. They're not afraid of anything because they know that the next step is reincarnation. They've sort of shed earthly attachments. They're aware that this is all an illusion. They know that these things come from somewhere else. That in fact the Fool carries the energy from Keter, from the quantum field into the tree of life, into the, over the abyss, into the world of creation. Nobody else, there isn't any other character that is suitable for that pathway. So, again, these are things that over here, if this were somebody else, this person may have become depressed for several years or wanted to sue somebody or, write an op-ed or turn into a Meghan Markle or something. But it doesn't, you don't even, there's not even a scratch on you. And not only that, over here, you're taking these risks, pushing the boundaries. And just, again, look at all the butterflies around you. There simply is no one else like you. You are invincible. I think this scares them. You just don't give a damn. This doesn't in any way affect you. So this person thinks that they've won. So you're the kind of person perhaps that turns, a disaster into triumph. Your motto is that, disaster is an imposter for triumph. this is a very, I can see why this person is intimidated. I can see that. Show me a little bit more, please. Show me a little bit more. Show me a little bit more. Why is this person intimidated or scared? Now this is interesting. And I have to say, I'm going to clarify this because I do not understand why this would scare someone. In this deck, the Six of Pentacles is a woman who, it has a completely different meaning in this deck, by the way. It's a woman, it's all about giving and receiving, but in this deck, that woman is a mentor. She is a giver. She is actually harvesting fruits of her own labor, and she is sharing it with the hungry birds. That's what she's doing in that card. Now, if we go to the world, what we see is someone who is at a very high degree of spiritual advancement. There's a little necklace around her neck that says Om. And for those of you who do gratitude meditations, Om is the sound that you, in the nighttime, in the morning, you know, the manifestation sound is Ah. The sound of thank you and gratitude is Om. So you're actually giving and yet still very, very grateful for the things that you have. I am going to clarify with another deck to try and figure out why on earth this would be scary or intimidating to your person. Stand by. Why would the fact that Aquarius shares the fruits of her labor with the hungry birds and is very grateful for what she's accomplished, why would this be scary? Why would this intimidate your person? This is interesting. Perhaps they're looking ahead. Notice how there's a balancing act there. Perhaps they don't understand. Maybe they're looking forward and thinking that, well, if that's how Aquarius expects me to operate or us to operate when we get together, maybe they don't understand how things can remain balanced. Maybe they think that you will expect them to give too much. Clarify one more time. Why is it that they believe that giving or sharing does not lead to a balanced result? I mean, they could be looking ahead here and thinking, well, if we were together, they're not going to be, what's underneath there? Yeah, they're trying to figure out whether or not you would, it's almost like they think that there would be too much giving. Clarify further. Why does this intimidate them? Yeah. It could be about money and the future. They don't seem to understand. I can see that you and this person are very different. They don't seem to understand giving and receiving. This person may be slightly stingy. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. What else scares or intimidates your person about you? What else scares? or intimidates your person about you? So you may have a talent. There may be something that you do in your profession that's going to lead to an advancement. They may worry that you're going to, you know, sort of rise above them here. Or in the alternative, they could worry that their job isn't good enough. They're thinking about the future here. So they could be worried about their profession, or they could be worried that you are going to advance, you know, in your profession and rise above them, something like that. Yeah. So look at this, Six of Swords, leaving. So they may worry that you wouldn't be happy staying home, that you're not certain. Maybe they're worried that you don't want to have children because you want to be devoted to your profession. I mean, these are all sorts of things that they don't know. They ought to talk to you about this. What else intimidates? I think we better look at these. I mean, generally they're worried that you're going to leave, that you're going to move on. Just a moment now. Let's see what these cards are. And there's one more that's peeking out under here. Okay. I think there's something that this person has done that they haven't told you about. There's a little lie up here. There's something that they're worried you're going to discover. It's almost like they're getting ready to apologize. I think what they're foreseeing, I mean, this may have already happened. In the Nine of Swords, that woman has sort of been taken to the ground. The crow is down there trying to pass her the ninth sword so that she can get up and move on. But when she does, have a look at where she's going once she discovers this truth. So I think that your person has done something. And what they're scared and worried about is that you are going to hit the road. As soon as you discover some kind of a truth about a lie, there's the discovery. It's like they're already preparing an apology. So they're worried as hell that, you know, when this is discovered, that you're just going to move on, you know, without any doubt about it. And you're quite capable of doing this. Now, this person may either be afraid, perhaps they don't want to have children, or they're worried that if you already have a child that you don't want to have any more children. They may be afraid of your mother. They may be intimidated. Maybe there is someone else that they've had a child with. But this is supposed to be what they're nervous and intimidated about you. There's something in the past here. Well, I mean, it doesn't really have to be the past. Could just be very intimidated by you because you're very resourceful. I'm going to get a clarification on this. Well, how would the Empress and the Six of Cups scare and intimidate your person? perhaps you haven't discussed. They may have concealed something relating to children, or maybe they can't have any children. Maybe they're not able to have a child. They may worry that, you know, they could be afraid that if they had children with you, it would mean that contact, that your relationship would be affected or put on hold, or they would feel obligated or bound. Something here that's been concealed. Yeah, I mean, they may already have children from a previous connection, and they may want, instead of being tied up and, sort of, they literally may want to just rest now, relax, vacation. They may not want to have any burdens or restrictions. So they could be afraid. Perhaps you haven't said anything about this. Clarify, I need some further clarification. The Four of Swords and the Hanged Man as what they're intimidated and scared about. Okay, so it's possible that you may have been in a previous connection. Maybe you're not talking to an ex. They may worry that that you may get back together with somebody, that something may be, reignited. They may not have told you that they have an ex who has a child. Maybe they've knocked somebody up, and they're very worried that this would just destroy the connection. But this is supposed to be what they're scared about in relation to you. I think they're scared that you're going to break their heart. What's under here? Yeah, I just think that they're worried about your independence. Show me more. Show me what they're scared of in relation to why are they scared or intimidated by Aquarius? I think what this is, this man has sort of gotten back at you here, and he's looking back. Yet at the same time, here you are, in you're just yourself being very healing, nurturing everyone. You know what scares your person about this is that they know that you've done nothing wrong here. Even in the Crystal Visions guide, it indicates that this depicts a woman who is stabbed in the back as her assailant takes off with 3 swords. He seems pleased with his victory, yet pauses to look back. The real victim will be, the real villain will be exposed, and the victim will be vindicated. The thing is, what does that tell you? That tells you that that man there was probably very hurt by you, and it's likely that you did nothing wrong except perhaps not be interested in that person romantically. It can scare the hell out of people if someone finds out that you've broken, you've left a trail of broken hearts. And especially if this is your character. Because people worry, oh my God, if that person is so wonderful, to lose that person. People get very angry and vindictive and very heartbroken. So it could worry them. They may have heard that someone who really had it out for you, and your person has realized that there was no reason, that you did nothing wrong. Ergo, they were just very affected by you. So that could be scary, because it means that, the loss of you has a huge impact on other people. They don't want to be in that situation. Show me a little bit more, please. There's 3 coming out. Okay, no, there's 4 coming out. I missed that card, whatever it is. Yeah, that something has happened in the past there. Yeah, I mean, just on this, yeah, I think that what's happening here, so this is something that's repetitious. These are lies. That's the truth. That gossip, slander. I mean, you're kind of like it. I want to use the word celebrity, but what it is some people are very popular, even though, they're not celebrity or anything. But so what ends up happening is those kind of people have to develop a very thick skin. So you may have developed a very thick skin to the point where you don't even bother reacting to it, because if you did, you wouldn't have time to eat or sleep. This person better get used to going out with someone who, it's like someone who, this is why celebrities date celebrities. If you do not understand, when someone is in the public eye for some reason, especially for a number of years, they get used to a lot of verbal attacks, gossip, and it gets to the point where they become immune to it because they have to. Because you can either be miserable about it, or eventually you have to start ignoring it if you want to be happy. And I think that you've become accustomed to being gossiped about. This person has got to adjust to that. If they're not up for this, then tell them to lower their standards and go out with a plain Jane or a plain Joe, because they're going to have to get used to the fact that people are going to criticize. Yeah, I'm absolutely positive of this. I'm getting the Ace of Swords and the Star. You're a star. I'm not saying that you're famous or anything, but I'm saying that what I'm seeing here is that this person, they don't have any clue the amount of gossip, slander, trolling that you've had to put up with. They don't have a clue. And so if they're gonna be your co-pilot, if they're gonna step up to the plate, they better develop some thick skin. They're playing in the big leagues. If they want to play in the big leagues, they've got to develop some thick skin, or go back to the little leagues. They just don't understand. It tells me that you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. Can I have one more, please? I might get one or two more. Yeah, no, you're the bloody Empress. That's the whole definition of the Empress. She's been through hell and back. She's been through hell and back. And you'd never know it. You would never know it. How the way that she is so kind. It just makes the Empress more empathetic. Increasingly kind. And you tend to talk less and less about the trouble that you've been through. Look at this. There you go. Talk less and less. What did I just say? High Priestess. The Ten of Pentacles. The High Priestess we sometimes call her the unattainable woman. She doesn't need to speak about the hell that she's been through. She's gained an enormous amount of knowledge. She doesn't talk to a lot of people. And notice how in the Ten of Pentacles here, this woman is on her own. This is the Ten of Pentacles in the Crystal Visions. Oops, sorry, I'm holding this. Look at the animal next to her. And there's crystals all around her, the little castle. This is a woman of worth, but this woman doesn't need to brag or talk. You may have become very protective of your privacy and who you speak with, etc., etc. So, it's interesting. Let's just get one more. Also your intuition may intimidate your person. In this deck, the High Priestess represents calmness and unseen energy. So I don't think you're a materialistic person at all. This person has not met anyone like you before. Wow. They just love you. They love you. Wow, Aquarius, that was really interesting. I'm going to get one Moonology just to end this off. Okay, so we're going to ask, what does your person need to know? Because they're the ones that are scared and intimidated. What do we have for Aquarius's person? What do they really need to focus on? What do we have for Aquarius's person, and what do they really need to focus on the most? What does Aquarius's person... Okay, there's a couple there. So on the bottom of the deck, we have show the world the real you. So, yeah, they need to open up. Bring love into the situation. Another card of Aquarius. Look at this. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. I feel like your person is going to have to get a little more spiritual. Can we have one more, please? Yeah, they're going to have to work on their spirituality rather than being... you could be dealing with someone who's a little bit conformist. They definitely have not been with somebody like you before. Oops. Oh my, Aquarius. A fiery climax approaches. Well, 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 well. That was a phenomenally interesting reading. All right, let me know if it resonates, guys.